Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. This is Pinky and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, one thing you should know is that I read all kinds of books and you will always find a mix of genres in my wrap-ups. So if you enjoy variety, you are in the right place. Now let's get into my March reading wrap-up. First, I read Rita Hayworth and Shawshank Redemption by Stephen King. When you think of Stephen King, you usually expect horror, but this is completely different. It's more of a character driven story about hope, patience, and quiet resilience. The story follows Andy Dufresne, who is imprisoned for a crime he may or may not have committed, and his life inside Shawshank prison. What really stood out to me was how calm and steady Andy as a character is. He never loses hope, even in such a bleak environment. The narration style, through read, makes it feel very personal and reflective, almost like you are listening to someone tell a life changing story. And the ending was just so satisfying and rewarding. It's one of those stories that quietly builds and then leaves a very strong impact. I loved it and gave it 5 stars. Next, I read Fresh Start by Gail Galligan. This is a graphic novel, so it's a very quick read, but it still manages to capture a lot of emotion. The story revolves around a girl starting over in a new school and trying to figure out where she fits in. It deals with friendships, identity, and that awkward phase of wanting to belong, but also wanting to stay true to yourself. The art style is also very expressive and adds a lot to the storytelling. You can really feel the emotions through the illustrations. It's definitely a comforting read, something you can pick up when you want a break from heavier books, but still want a story with a lot of heart. I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Murder with a Side of Bacon. The story follows Ivy Clark, who moves to a small town of Muddy Creek to help her aunt run a diner after an injury. She's expecting a quite simple life, but things take a turn when her uncle is suddenly murdered and evidence is found in Ivy's own purse. With even her own family starting to doubt her, Ivy has to take matters into her own hands and figure out who the real killer is. I enjoyed reading it, and if you are someone who enjoys low stakes mysteries with a cozy vibe, you'll probably enjoy this one. I gave it 4 stars. After that, I read Deliver by Pam Godwin. This book is very different from everything else I read this month. It's a dark romance, and I want to say upfront, this is not a light read at all. It deals with heavy and disturbing themes, so definitely check trigger warnings before going into it. The story explores power, trauma, and complicated relationships in a way that can be quite uncomfortable. I had really mixed feelings while reading this. On one hand, it's gripping. You want to keep reading to see what happens next. But on the other hand, it's not an easy or enjoyable read. I think this will work for readers who specifically enjoy dark romance and are prepared for the themes it explores. But it's definitely not for everyone. And finally, I read Honey So Sweet, Volume 1. This was such a soft and wholesome way to end the month. It's a shoujo manga with a very gentle, slow burn romance. The story follows a girl who meets a boy who looks intimidating but is actually incredibly kind and shy. I really love this dynamic. It's such a classic trope, but it's done in a very sweet and comforting way. The interactions between the characters are simple but meaningful, and there's a lot of focus on small moments rather than big dramatic events. If you're looking for something light, cute, and relaxing, I would definitely recommend this. I gave it 4 stars. So that was everything I read in March. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books or what your favorite read of March was. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, happy reading. Bye.